Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. His Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti has is 5 phase. Agora Murti has is 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase. Satyojata Murti has is 5 phase. Ishana Murti has his 5 faces. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, and Nityananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear,
manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas are the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Powerful cognition from Bhagavan's Bhagavad Gita Satsangs. Now let's listen to Bhagavan Satsang for the powerful cognition.
The eyes of the Arjuna can reveal the real problem to Krishna. More than the letters you bring, what you bring in your eyes will show your real problem to me. That's the reason you should. But people feel I am not attending to them if I read their eyes and not read their letters. So I just glance the letters also once in a while. But I tell you, I don't believe your letters. Because you have become habitual liar. Not only you start lying to others, even you don't realize you are lying. You have become such habitual liar, it becomes part of you. We hear that those who have lost family traditions dwell in hell for an indefinite period of time. Arjuna is crying. But he is not crying with the right logic. He is just using all broken logics, all broken ideas to justify his thoughts, justify his ideas. See, it is too late. You should have thought about all these things and had a group discussion, round table meeting, dinner, brainstorming, everything, at least 2 days before. Too late. I was telling his friend, I never knew what real happiness was until I got married. The friend says, then? And then it was too late.
Now it is too late for Arjuna, because he has made many decisions based on the things which he does not have, but which he made everybody believe he has. Let us listen to the next verse, 45th verse in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna Vishada Yoga.
अहो बत महत्पापं कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यद्राज्य सुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यताः.
अहोवत महत्पापं कर्तुं व्यवसिता वयं यत्राज्य सुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यतः. Wow. Again, Arjuna is blurting out, Swajanamutyadaha. Swajana. I can say this verse, this chapter could have been titled as Arjuna Swada Yoga, Swajana Yoga. Then the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Alas, we are prepared to commit greatly sinful acts of killing our kinsmen, driven by the desire to enjoy royal happiness. What? Krishna wanted the royal happiness or what? These fellows wanted, and Krishna tried his best to bring peace. Now, after coming and standing in front of the army, this guy is suddenly saying, Swajana Mutyada. We are prepared. Hantum Swajana Mutyadaha. O Krishna, we are prepared to kill our own kinsmen. Sukalobena, by greed for the kingdom, by greed for pleasure. Swajana Mutyadaha. The words Arjuna is using Aho Pada Mahat Papam Kartum Vyavasita Vayam Yatrajya Sukalobena Hantum Swajana Mutyataha. Now suddenly Arjuna is realizing, unless he stops, unless he lets Krishna talk, he is not going to know what Krishna is thinking, because there is no expression in the face. He is not able to read the face of Krishna. So he is very clear, he should now look into the Krishna's verbal response. He should stop talking, he should allow Krishna to express what he wants to tell.
So beautiful. Bhagavan gave a difference between research and PhD, and how Arjuna is doing the PhD and trying to prove himself, and Krishna is doing the research, what needs to know. And so beautifully, the powerful cognition. With that, let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. शक्तिसन्धाने शरीरोत्पत्तिः शक्तिसन्धाने शरीरोत्पत्तिः
Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Bhagavan Parameshwara says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifests at once in its length, breadth, depth, time, and space dimension. Bhagavan beautifully says how we go on talking, there's no conversation. We do not have listening to others nor trying to reply to others, but only we go on placing our words, whatever the identity that we want to prove. He says, whenever you're jumping to answer, you stop listening. So you can never win the argument. He says so beautifully how Arjuna is suffering because there's no listening. He goes on rambling, throwing out his words just to satisfy his ego, his identity, what he is. So Krishna is just giving him listening to dissolve that whole space, to bring him to first listening. Listening is such a powerful, Bhagavan says there's a 4 level of listening. Listening first level where we are unconscious, we don't know what is going on. Unaware of the problem does not mean the problem does not exist. It is under the carpet, it just bombs one day. The next level of listening, Bhagavan says, whatever we are doing in the daytime, in the dream, exactly same thing happens. Then you are in coincidence of how you exist, little alive in whatever discussion you're making. The third level of listening goes to the pure perpetual completion space. When you're in perpetual completion, you do not have dreams. And the fourth level listening is the most auspicious space where Bhagavan says, you stop sleeping. Because you are in such a listening space, the sleeping disappears. When you go on listening, the sleep disappears and you are in oneness with Paramashiva. Just in the pure space of listening to your own self rather than your tantrum throwing child. The tantrum throwing child in you, if you just give listening, it'll settle down. From the space I am Paramashiva, I know you're throwing tantrum, I know you're going through all this trauma, I know you're going through all this impossible and you don't have any solution. Neither you can find the solution nor you can solve the whole problem unless you get into listening. That is exactly what Krishna is trying to give Arjuna, the powerful cognition of pure listening. With that, let's go to the Apta Pramana. In the fourth among the 6 Padai or sacred shrine dedicated to Lord Muruga. The presiding deity here expounds the meaning of Pranava Mantra Om to his own father, Lord Shiva himself. Once when Brahma, the Lord of all creation, was proceeding to Kailasha, the ever-playful child, Lord Muruga, asked him for a meaning of the Pranava Om. When Brahma admitted his ignorance, the Lord imprisoned him. With Brahma's imprisonment, all creation came to stand still, and Devas prayed to Lord Shiva to get Brahma released. When Muruga insisted that the imprisonment was just a punishment for his ignorance of Brahma, Lord Shiva asked him whether he himself knew the meaning of the primordial Pranava Om. Lord Muruga said he knew the meaning of Om and can expound it to the latter only if he accepts him as a guru and listens to the exposition as a devotee disciple. As Lord Shiva accepted the request of Lord Muruga and heard the exposition of Om as disciple, the place came to be known as Swami Malai and the presiding deity as Swaminathan. This is the Varalaru, history of Swami Malai temple. How the space of Muruga and Paramashiva and Brahma, anything is become reality. There is no superior, there is no inferior, is clearly seen. The knowledge is the truth, the reality is always considered higher than any the position or the person, which was the greatest blessing of Hinduism. Now, we'll go to the Atma Prama.
When Sadashiva describes length, breadth, depth, understand it is not the geometrical LBD. All this inclusive is this LBD. If I have to roughly equate it, length can be equated to your logic, individual logic. Breadth can be equated to your emotion, art, poetry, sculpting. Depth can be equated to your being, where you cognize. In this Trishul, listen carefully. See here, in this Trishul, this is the length, and this is the depth, and this is the breadth. Am I right? In me, my logical thinking is length, my artistic visualization is breadth, my ability to cognize whatever exists is depth. LBD should not be understood in this level alone, it should be understood in this level. Catching it? In the life, length means all forces which submits itself to the conclusions of logical calculation, everything which follows certain mathematics. Everything which follows certain mathematics is the length dimension of the universe. All of you are getting? Like a water, if it gathers, it will go towards the slope, means lower area. That is length. Anything which submits itself to the logical conclusion and your ability to calculate and manage is the dimension of length. Anything which can be influenced by the consciousness, spirit, and alters the result, outcome, that dimension is called breadth, where artistic, where the matter does not matter, you can do what you want from 0 to infinity, means being all alone without anything. Your depth can show you are king of universe. Being a Rothschild, your depth can make you feel deeply insecure. Independent of the matter means length and breadth, something which is in you which can create anything from 0 to infinity is called depth. Cognition. In this Trishul, anything which can be influenced by the consciousness, spirit, and alters the result, outcome, that dimension is called breadth, where artistic, where the matter does not matter, you can do what you want from 0 to infinity, means being all alone without anything, your depth can show you are king of universe. Being a Rothschild, your depth can make you feel deeply insecure. Independent of the matter means length and breadth, something which is in you which can create anything from 0 to infinity is called depth. Cognition. In this Trishul, depth is this. In me, depth is my ability to cognize. Understand? You may be lying down in a beautiful bed in the safe environment, complete security protection, air-conditioned room, but in your dream you will be suffocating and you will be running. Tigers and snakes will be chasing you. So independent of the length and breadth, your depth is giving you different cognition. How many of you are catching what I am saying? So the depth is your cognition. These three are the unit normal human mind understand.
Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the devotees all around the world initiated by Bhagwan who is experiencing the power manifestation, demonstrating and sharing their testimonial. Now these devotees are sharing the testimonials of their participation in Nityananda program in the Kailash Kotiyat sessions. Now let's listen to them.
My name is Sunanda Pangarkar. I worked in United States for 20 years as a owner and administrator of a huge child care center in Illinois, which is closer to Chicago. This morning, when Swamiji was explaining us of this morning's initiation, he said, now to these Balsans, you show them any medicine or any tablet and they will be able to give you exact ingredients in that medicine. And we were excited, so we found some tablets, and Atma Maya is our Balsans, so we showed her the tablet. We did not open the tablet, but without seeing how the tablet, these are those tablets. And we just showed her, but she did not read any ingredients. And since it was her first question, she was the first one, she took only 30 seconds and started to write. She did write sodium is one of the component with that combination of chemicals in that tablet, including the color of the tablet. She said the color of the tablet is pink, and she took a paper and pencil and started to write all the ingredients in detail. We could not confirm all of those because we are not pharmacists, so we took her word, but we did confirm the sodium, which is one of the components with all those chemicals. And we were very happy when we opened
You should
the
Google.
tablet.
If you Google, you will confirm. That's all.
Yeah,
Just
we did-
Google and get it. That's all.
The color is pink, and whatever we component we confirmed with the Google, they all are exactly like she explained or wrote on the paper.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies. What can be measured? Measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Vedic sciences have always maintained that consciousness is the very substance of space and time. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Paramahamsa Nityananda, has clearly defined the existence of 11 dimensions of consciousness. As per his elucidation, space can exist by itself. On the other hand, time can exist only in the presence of space, but can still exist without other dimensions, including the obvious ones: depth, length, and breadth. Source from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 2, Consciousness, page 83. In quantum terms, thought too is energy. Every cell of our body produces thoughts in the form of signals, which may be electrical, chemical, or otherwise. These can be measured in TPS, or thoughts per second. The normal TPS of the average human being can be hundreds of or thousands. Some thoughts are processed consciously, while others are processed unconsciously. A TPS of 0 is the state of Advaita, or enlightenment. Space is made up of strings of potential energy, which are in constant vibration, spanda, leading to the creation of virtual particles. This is the very basis of the Vedic truth of consciousness. In the Avatar Shastra, Swamiji mentions quantum physicist Amit Goswami's article about entanglement between two people. Quantum physicist of Indian origin, Amit Goswami, made two people meditate together. They were separated in two chambers, one person in each. When one person had a light stroked at his eye, it caused the firing of certain frequency in the brain. Remarkably, at the same moment, the other person's brain also fired, even though he never saw the light. This proves that the energies of people intuitively affect each other.
There are two kinds of movement in the world. One kind of movement is maximum speed limit with the speed of light. That's the kind of movement that is allowed in the domain that we call space and time. That's where matter moves, that's where things look diverse. But the other kind of domain is where the speed of communication is infinite. We call it non-local. That's the domain of potentiality. And if there is instant connection in that domain, then do you see it got to be one? If things are instantly interconnected, that interconnectedness is a oneness. That is the oneness that mystics and spiritual teachers talk about. That is the oneness. So simply by recognizing that objects are possibilities, we are looking at a oneness. And then it's just a question of language. What should we call this one?
Setting up the things for revelation of scientific things using the Paramashivashila for the length dimension. Get the cameras with the timestamp, Jnananjan, Paramashila Shiva, which is a granite slab, pen and a paper. Take few moments to set up the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the time is shown vividly, clearly on the screen. Make sure the camera is facing you in a very clear and a very bright place. The camera, the Paramashivashila, and the paper where you're noting down all the details should be seen. No books or electronic or Bluetooth, anything should be near where you're manifesting the powers. These are very special moments, so don't miss to record in the camera. Guidelines: turn on the video recording, apply the Jnananjan on your third eye, bring your awareness on your third eye, randomly ask scientific questions which has defined answer to compare, like key definitions, concepts, keywords. Use Paramashivashila for manifesting through the third eye. Whatever appears in the Paramashivashila, make a note in the paper and exactly see the results and compare the formulas, symbols, key concepts, words. And when it matches, the perfect manifestation is happening. If only the portion of it is matching, start manifesting slowly. You are started manifesting. When you celebrate the manifestation more and more, it will start manifesting for you. Verify the whole results authentically and share the videos with powerful cognition with others and listen to others' experience of manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things.
And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you, if something becomes your space, Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness,
All mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham.
नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। नित्यानंद परमशिवोऽहम्। Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. नित्यानंद परमशिवम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nityanand Paramashivam. Nityanand Paramashivam. Nityanand Paramashivam. Nityanand Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Paramashivam. Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process for manifesting on the Krishna Paramashiva Shila. Verifying no video editing is done on the Shakti Avishkarana power manifestation video. Verify the video is not stopped or restarted during the process. All videos are to be time-stamped and video should have the wide angle view. Do not tamper with the question by showing the method or giving clues is prohibited. Do not prepare the questions or answer in front of them. If the answer is in different metric system, convert it accordingly before verifying. Do not use any electronic device, Bluetooth, books during the power manifestation. Give complex, difficult scientific questions, so no simple questions, so that we know that it's manifestation of powers. Authentically, the result should match as seen exactly by anyone commonly and not interpreted the result or misinterpreted. Let us manifest exact results. And thank you for participating in this power manifestation today. Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnanapatati, Nityananda Jnanapatati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham